Happy Saturday, beautiful people on my phone. Welcome to Car Conversations, where we talk all things faith, freedom, football, etc. My name is Jocelyn Carr. Welcome to the channel. It's a beautiful Saturday. I'm actually on the road today, headed for a quick day trip, and we're sitting here thinking about, I wish I was at the WNBA game last night. Now, I had a great time yesterday, let me say that. I was where I needed to be. I was where I was supposed to be. Semicolon, however, comma. I had not been paying attention to the schedule of the WNBA, and so unbeknownst to me, Caitlin Clark was in town playing. The Indiana Fever were playing the Atlanta Dream last night at State Farm Arena, and I was right down there at State Farm Arena, at State Farm Arena, and didn't realize that's who was playing. But it's okay. I was where I was supposed to be. I don't even know the outcome of the game. Post it in the comments. Somebody tell me who won that game last night. What I do know was it was sold out. And State Farm Arena looked beautiful from the picture that I saw online. But I came on to say this because it's the off season for football. There is a lot happening on the recruiting trails for college football. We have trades happening in the NBA. We have new coaches being named. The Lakers' new coach was named, JJ Redick, this past week. We have all kinds of things happening. Official visits. There are visits that are coming in. What Alabama is doing on the recruiting trail is, second to none. It's definitely a cold summer. There's so much that's happening in this off season, but my mind is not focused on football. It's not even focused on sports right now. So I wanted to begin with that caveat. If you were coming onto the channel thinking it was always going to be sports related, I need you to know that I like to flow. Okay, I am free to flow, with Holy Spirit, however He leads me. And I love that, the freedom to do that. I know when college football season rolls around, this is what my plan, we surrender it, but my plan is that, I'm definitely following college football, okay? But all the ins and outs of this of the off season, everything that's happening, and it's happening and changing rapidly. There's no way that I can keep up. So I leave that to the people who are called to that, to keep up in that way. I'm called to the people. I'm called to the people, and it's in a much different way. So shout out to all the content creators out there, because there is a plethora of them that are creating content, keeping up with all of the nuances that in college sports, in sports in general, and everything that's rapidly, changing. Here's what I know, because I do love sports, but I don't love it more than I love Jesus. I don't love it more than I love being obedient to the Father. I don't love it more than I love following where He's leading me, and how He's leading me. And so I'm sensitive to that. I'm very sensitive to that. And I don't want to be so head focused on even my own personal agendas, professional agendas, or anything that was meant to entertain me, to where I miss the moments that I'm really called to. I miss seeing the people that I'm called to, because I'm so focused on following rather than following the one who created the world. Y'all tracking with me? So that's my priority. And so, as I was saying, I was where I was supposed to be last night. I missed that game last night. I will check the schedule to see when the Sky are coming, if they come to Atlanta. I will check the schedule to see if the Aces come. I would love to see Asia play. But right now, that is not my priority. So on this beautiful Saturday, that's just a little of my story with where I am. Where are you with that? How do you find the balance, right? Because we do need to be privy to what's happening in the world, news-wise, but you also have the hobbies, the things that you love, the things that bring you a sense of joy in life, right? And that's okay, that's perfectly, and this is a Sabbath day, actually, where we should be doing those things that bring us a certain level of joy, where we can, sense the presence of the Lord and have fellowship with other people. That's what the Sabbath is for. It's a day of rest and not work. But rest looks like recreation. Rest looks like fellowship. Rest looks like enjoying nature, enjoying life, right? But how do you find balance, into making sure that you're not over inundated with your hobbies and your things and fixated in a way that doesn't provide room, that doesn't leave room for the flow. The Holy Ghost flow is what I like to call it. The adventure. And this is the thing. He wants us to go on an adventure with him. He wants us to go on an adventure with him. Y'all, the other week I was at Six Flags, and my absolute favorite ride at Six Flags over Georgia is the Goliath. Okay? It's the Goliath. Not just because of the name Goliath and the fact that every time I go into that park, I'm slaying Goliath. No, it's not even that. It's just a smooth ride. It's a smooth and yes, sometimes scary ride. If you're, have this thing with heights like I do, but I get on that ride like I did a couple of weeks ago. I get on that ride every single time I go on that park because I know I'm going to go on an adventure that I'm going to ultimately love, right? It may feel a little bit intimidating. Like I go through a whole little thing when they lock us in, they strap us in, they lock us in, and I just start going, oh my gosh, I can't get out. You know what I mean? It's just like one of those, this is reality. There's no turning back. And then as soon as the coaster starts, I close my eyes. I sit back. I hold on. It's like down here. I hold on tight. And I enjoy the ride. I laughed so hard. That was the biggest and deepest laugh I've had in the last month for sure. Was every time my stomach dropped, because my eyes are closed the whole ride. But every time my stomach dropped, I just would laugh so hard and so loud. It was hilarious. But that's how I believe that he wants us to go through life as well. Life is not meant to be lived, in my opinion, with the mundane, with the predictable. Yes, we have certain routines that we have to make sure that, we're eating, we're sleeping, we're exercising, we're going to work, yes. But y'all, he wants to take us on an adventure. He wants us to just buckle up, hold on tight, close our eyes, Because no, we're not going to know which turn is coming where. We're not going to know which hill is coming and when it's coming. We're not going to know how steep that drop is going to be. We don't know. But that's where our faith comes in. We just trust in the unseen. We trust Him. We trust Him and knowing that He's got us. It's going to be fun. We're going to enjoy it. Yeah, it may be a little, trepidation sometimes along the way. It may not always feel good. It may jerk you a little bit. But at the end of the ride, we know I would do it again. I 100% would do it again. Why? Because in the end, it was worth it. In the end, it was worth it. So that's how I choose to live my life, on an adventure. Not so always locked in, to my plan or whatever else everybody else is locked into, but freedom to flow, to enjoy, to have fun. Y'all, life is hard enough. Life is hard enough. Yeah. And that's how I have fun. I buckle up. Woo! That ride was the greatest. Yeah. Some would say are you a thrill seeker? It's not necessarily I'm a thrill seeker or I need that kind of adrenaline rush all the time. Because I don't. And I know after I ride a certain amount of times, I start getting dizzy. I'm like, no, I'm 50. It's like, no, we are done for the day. But I love that visual, that practical, analogy of that's what it's like. It can be like, when we are on this faith walk, this journey to be in the world, but not of the world. Now, is it always so adventurous and always having you laugh and always, just, it was so well worth it? No, it's not always like that. There are hardships. There's suffering. There are times of actually being refined in the fire that does not feel good. Let me say that again. There are times of refinement where we are in the fire and left in the fire for a while, and it does not feel good. But He's refining. He's shining. He's continuing to shape and mold. He's pruning those areas in our lives that need to be cut off, that need to be pruned back, that need to be burned off so that we can bloom. Larger blooms, more fruit. A shinier substance can be revealed. And so it's necessary. But y'all, it's not all fire. And it's not all roller coasters. But the mix of both, oh y'all, the mix of both, it just makes it such a beautiful adventure. It makes it such a wonderful, as I look at the sky right now, that's just absolutely gorgeous with the clouds here and there, little puffs of cotton balls is what it looks like here and there. It just makes living so much more enriched, right? And we are better for it. Amen. That's what I have for you on this beautiful Saturday. Listen, y'all have an amazing weekend. I pray you are doing something fun today. I pray you find the recreation that you need to have, to experience the joy that's already within you, because we don't need it for the external to have joy. We have joy within, right? But that you experience something today, recreational, in which your joy from within is taken to another level. And that you just have a safe and just a beautiful, beautiful weekend. I love y'all. My name is Jocelyn Carr. And thank you so much for clicking the like button. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sharing the content as you feel led to share the content. Please comment. Comment on what you're going to do today that's fun, or what you have done this weekend. And whenever you watch this video that was really fun, comment on when the last time you laughed so hard, I mean from the belly, deep within the belly, that you had a laugh like that. Please comment and share. I would love to hear. But thank you for sharing the content as you feel led to share the content. Thank you, for, as always, for scrolling on by. You guys stay winning. I love you. And stay free.